Bienvenue en France. Welcome to France. My name is Christopher Rush, and today we're going to visit Paris, France. My hopes is that for more people to visit France. I chose this country because the culture and the history. I wanted to know more about the people and how they communicated. I think it's also important to learn about other cultures and how they view the world. And so here I wanted to create an image of couple because I thought this would be more visually pleasing. Um, this kind of symbolizes France in its essence and its beauty. So, to visit France, there's about 65 million people residing in France. In Paris, there's about 2 million people. As far as the social economic factors, there's a huge issue with segregation. One, you have the wealthy that are in the north part of France, and the more poor part of Paris, you have more of the poor region. And this affects communication because if people are segregated, one, there's not going to be as much communication and understanding. And at that level, there needs, and for it to have communication, there needs to be understanding and people listening. And so, to go over the history and the culture, Paris is known for its rich history, whether it's the Notre Dame Cathedral, the Louvre, the Arc de Triomphe, the Metro, and the Eiffel Tower. These signify France and its beauty. The history is what makes France one of the most beautiful attractions. As far as the people and their life expectancy, men are generally be able to live to 80.3, whereas women live 85.9. And this reason why it's so high is because a lot of people in France love to commute. They love to walk around and interact with people. They also eat very healthy foods, and France is known to be eco-friendly. And so here, I wanted to give a picture of one of the castles in France, also give you a picture of the Eiffel Tower, but also capture the people. And it's to create memories. When you come here, when you come to France, creating memories is crucial, where you could go back home and really show this experience and be able to teach other people about the experiences that you had. And so you see two couples who got married. Like I stated, it's one of the it is the place that is considered love, and so in this essence and this beauty, you can see some of the people there. So going on the gender roles, Paris is pretty masculine. They're trying to go more feminine. The reason is that the society is more dominant towards men and over women is because women are more subjugated to the thought that they're supposed to stay at home and not work. To give you an example, women protesting last year about sexual violence. People in France, the high officials, really haven't done much, and the high officials are have a high number of men working in their government. You also go back in history with the women's suffrage, women wanting to get paid more, and they're only getting paid small portions, and the government officials not really doing as much. France has a small power distance, and when it comes to their uncertainty pattern, I see them as a weak, low value. And as it pertains to the small power distance, they have a status system to push for equal rights. Through their underlying issues, challenges these beliefs, such as women's roles and Islamophobia. When it comes to communication, French people can come off as standoffish to newcomers in their country. Many people coming to France view people as rude. And so, advice to people that are coming to France, French, they have their groups. When they're younger, they don't really like adding people into their culture. And so on the next slide, I'll explain more about this dynamic. But I wanted to give you a picture of the Notre Dame Cathedral, but also show one of the essence of what Paris is, and that is the place of love. But also, you want to create your own story. When you come to a place, you want to create your own story, create those memories, and become independent. So, in reflection, during my time in France, people were welcoming, they engaged in conversation. However, haven't seen many people who experience different situations. My advice to people traveling is to immerse yourself into the culture by speaking French and making effort into learning about the culture. You don't want to just come to France and just speak English and think that they just know English. A lot of people, what they like is someone that makes effort into understanding and communicating their language as well. They see that kind of as arrogant. And so being able to take that advice, I think it will help people enjoy their experience in France. Also, don't get offended if they disagree with you openly. I see this in comparison to the United States. A lot of people tend to be emotional when communicating and when someone disagrees with them. They are openly able to disagree because they want to take your idea and break that down. Um, and so this started in French school systems when they were younger. They were taught to disagree openly. Um, Even in French businesses, they have a similar pattern in meetings. But also, as I said, to better establish ourselves, we must do the research and find ways to communicate with others. And for example, that's knowing individuals openly that they disagree. We must stand firm in our ideas and break down the idea that they have also. And it's also being calm and mindful is crucial to engagements. You don't want to come off as a person that they see as weak. They won't interact with you, but if you're a person that will debate them back, will challenge their ideas, they will respect you in that fashion. So I hope that through this travel brochure that you would want to travel France. It's a beautiful place, has great food, beautiful people, very diverse, has a rich history and culture, and there's a lot of things to do. So I hope that you enjoyed this, and I hope that in after this coronavirus situation dies down, that you want to visit France. Thank you.